Hello everybody, today we discuss the lesson 2. The nominative plural of masculine nouns in short R has the inflection long R. For example, gamo, gama, upasako, upasaka, devo, deva, buddho, buddha, tathagato, tathakatha, buddhiso, bodhisa. The first conjugation verbs with irregular stems. Many verbs included in the first conjugation have irregular formed present stems. Some show the root unchanged where strengthening would be expected. Others have the root enlarged or altered in various ways. So we can have a look at it. Moreover, for example, pavisati, he enters, and pusati, he touches, he reaches, he attains. No strengthening has taken place. Moreover, there's such a thing as regressive assimilation sandhi, meaning in a cluster, in a consonant cluster, only the last consonant can be aspirated. When we have two dissimilar consonants coming together, the latter one changes the former one, hence regressive assimilation sandhi. And if there is aspiration in such a consonant cluster, the aspiration would move always to the latter consonant. Unless it's a semi-vowel, then the preceding one can retain its aspiration. So is ichati, he wishes, he desires. Gam gachati, he goes. Agam agachati, he comes. Ta tittati, he stands, remains, he stays. Here the root is reduplicated, same as with da and ha. Da dadati, he gives, or deti, the contracted form, both of which mean he gives. Ha, to abandon. Paha, pajahati, he gives up, he renounces. Vach, papachati, he goes forth. And here we would expect a double va, so meaning the va of the root is inclined to be doubled as the prefix would be attached to it. However, a double va is never written in Pali, and where we would have a double va, they would change into stops, meaning a double va is written papachati. Jayati, he meditates. So here the e turns into the guna, turns into the buddhi, jayati. Eti, he goes, synonym of gam gachati. However, this is a more poetic or elevated usage, or reserved for more poetic or elevated usages. Upai, upeti, he goes to. And here the a of upa and the e, or the e is still coming together in the e, which is already strengthened in the eti. Okay. Regarding the transitivity and the intransitivity of verbs, there is some verbs are transitive, sub-commentaries, meaning they have an object. Kamma is the object, sub-commentaries with the object. Some verbs are intransitive, meaning they don't have an object, for example, verbs of motion. And another type of verbs, they are bitransitive or detransitive, meaning they take two objects, dvi, two, dvikamaka, taking two objects. The roots by themselves are neither. The transitivity and the intransitivity or detransitivity refers to the actual verbs. For example, we have bu and hu. They are neither transitive nor intransitive, but they become transitive or intransitive when they become the full verb. For example, bu paribhavati, or anubu anubhavati. The first one, despise, meaning despise. The second one, experience. They are transitive. Patorbu, patu bhavati, and pahoti, appear and be able. They are both intransitive. Now, having discussed this, we go to the accusative, which is the case, the duttiya vibhakti, the second case, and which is the case mainly for the direct object, or the patient, as he calls it, the kamma. Therefore, as one would expect then, the direct object would go into the accusative case. Purisam bandati. Purisam bandati, he binds the man. Samanam vadati, he says to the ascetic. But the accusative may also express the goal of motion of an intransitive verb in the accusative. Gamam avisati, he enters the village. It may likewise express the extent of space traversed. Makkam padipachati, he follows the road. So this type of construction usually includes a numeral specifying the extent, as in the smell carries 100 leagues, yochana satang, in the accusative singular. Similarly, in he goes halfway in the accusative would be upatta patang. Upatta, half, patang, way, yochana 100, and I beg your pardon, satang 100 and yochana the league. The accusative may also be used for the attribute of another accusative. Katyo brahmanam mahamatang passati. So the warrior sees the priest who is the minister. We have here direct object, brahmanam, and previously we learned that, for example, the subject can take a complement, for example, samano aṭṭhakathā hoti. So the samana, the ascetic, is the Bhagavan, is the Tathagata. And here we have the object complement, so to speak. So brahmanam is the object, and then it has a complement or an attribute, mahamatang, so not any brahmanam, not any priest, but the mahamatang, the minister, the priest who is the minister. This type of construction includes such sentences as he declares time, that time is the cause, where kala, time, and pachaya, condition, cause, will both be in the accusative, kalam pachayam, and then a word of saying or declaring, maybe basati or vadati or something like this. Alternatively, cases like this may be regarded as examples of what the old commentators call the accusative of specification of state, itam buddhagyānate upayogavachanam, usually translated as with reference to gottamam evam satto, the report satto, thus, which follows in the next sentence with reference to Gottamam, with reference to Gottama. Gottama evam. So this idiom with reference to is not common and is generally expressed by the locative case. The accusative is also used to specify a person in greetings and imprecations with an indeclinable plus the imperative of us. So bhavam attu bhavantang jyoti-pala manavam. May there be good fortune to his honor, or to the sir, the boy or the young priest Jyoti-pala. Some verbs take two accusatives, ṭīkā. These include verbs meaning to call, tell, or ask someone something, and to take or bring something somewhere. Samanam attang pucchami. I asked the philosopher the meaning, attang. This is used to express, this seventh usage of the accusative is used to express the pure duration of time or casual point of time, The usage is not of common occurrence when the time is that through which, or necessarily at which, something is accomplished. The instrumental case is used. So aṭṭhamasang agacchati, he comes after a fortnight. Ekam samayam, one time, once, beginning a narrative. Finally, in the accusative singular neuter, this form could be used forming from an adjective and adverb. So we have the adjective rasa, short, and we can make the accusative singular neuter adverb rasam. So rasam vassasami, I breathe out shortly, meaning I expel a short breath. But basically we can remember for the accusative, it is the case for the direct object and also the goal of motion for verbs of motion. As regards the vocabulary, our nouns, akko, top, aṭṭho, prosperity, wealth, welfare, purpose, meaning or subject matter, dhammo, true natural doctrine, natural element, natural substance or natural phenomenon. So a small footnote. This word has several meanings, for some of which it is hard to find English equivalents. The central idea is that of nature, a naturally occurring phenomenon, hence a true doctrine conforming to nature, to reality. The universe, including imponderable and mental phenomena, as well as ponderable matter, is regarded as consisting of a finite number, less than 100, of these substances and phenomena. So this is dhammo, a very rich term. Paṭṭho, ball, pamado, negligence, pastime. Pindo, alms. Bhavo, existence, good fortune. Vado, debate, argument, statement. Sattho, being or creature. Sattho, noise or report. And Sugato, the well-gone, or the well-gone one. This is the title of the Buddha. Lastly, since today is the International Women's Day, we not only on this day, but especially on this day, we pay our respects to all the women, and therefore also Punadasanaya, Tara Bhaveya, Subham Mangalam.